Lights, camera, video, audio, storage, action.
Welcome to day one of Gitex. Today we are talking to Gurucul and their participation at the event. Thank you for speaking to us.
Thanks for having me here.
Thank you. We would like to start with a brief about the company and the solutions you offer on the market.
Lovely. So, Gurucul Solutions is a next-gen SOC automation platform. We leverage the machine learning and AI capabilities to detect, predict, respond to the threats out there. It cuts across all the verticals as such. It minimizes the manual effort that is required to detect a threat using analysts in the SOC. Let's say for example, there are a lot of alert fatigue that comes in when someone uses a conventional SIM, because the SIMs would just take in the metadata and then just look at the event IDs and produce the alerts over there. And one has to go through all the alerts and then manually do an investigation to get into the stage where they can say that what is getting affected. So the key differentiator for us in the cybersecurity domain is that we deploy machine learning models as big as 4,000 plus models today, which would go and analyze all those thousands and hundreds of alerts that gets generated in an enterprise, and then stitch those alerts together using the machine learning and behavior analytics, and then produces a result where it tells the analyst directly that what is getting affected, rather than them running behind all those hundreds and thousands of alerts. So it does the alert stitching, tells you where the direct attack surface is, and then gives you a clear picture on where the investigation has to start with, and helps the SOC team to respond to them using the playbooks and incident response automation and a complete SOC framework as such. So that's Gurucul. We have been in business for the last 14-15 years now, headquartered in Los Angeles, California. That's our global headquarters. But we do have regional headquarters across different territories. Like Dubai is our Middle East, Turkey, Africa headquarters as such. We do operations in Europe, headquartered out of London. Also the APAC headquarters is in Pune. So this is how we have spread, and we serve largest of the largest banks, telcos, ITS companies across the globe. Big brands that you see today, let it be in the sports industry, healthcare, government, space, research organizations, they all use Gurucul as a core component in their SOC automation as such.
Tell us about your presence in the UAE market and your partnership with Spy Solutions.
Lovely. So when we came to UAE market, let's say late 2023, we were a very new entrant, but customers looked at us, they welcomed us very well as such, I would say. Today we have a lot of references in the region. You take UAE, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, Bahrain, also in Africa, we have references right from government to oil and gas to healthcare to BFSI. It's cutting across all the verticals as such. And Spire has been a very good partner for us in this, right? Because our distributor, the go-to distributor today is Spire Solutions. So we work with Spire across the Middle East region as such, and they are our prime distributor in the region. Spire also promotes a lot of value-added services on top of ours. For example, they have their own lab where they have hosted our platform and showcased the, like a customer experience center for customers in both in Saudi Arabia as well as in UAE as such. So we have 2 customer experience centers with Spire as such.
Okay. When you look at the threat landscape, how is it evolving in this region, and how is your company helping companies stay safe?
Yeah. So, I mean, gone are those days where warfares were on the field. Now it's all about cyber warfare, right? And people, the bad actors have taken up machine learning and AI to initiate those attacks or to run those attacks as such. When a machine is attacking someone, you need a machine to defend, right? When there is an AI generated threat, you need an AI to come and defend that or to predict that, so that you do an eye-to-eye comparison of what the bad actor is doing and how you can defend and predict all those things. So that's what we do. We deploy AI in on-prem, which is very, very unique. Not many vendors, 90% of the vendors don't have this capability of bringing in AI on-prem, because it requires a lot of back-end resources and heavy compute and all the stuff. We have optimized our AI LLMs and the machine learning models to run in an on-prem infrastructure. So that's what we bring to the region, because as you know, our region, most of the solutions today runs in the data center. Of course, there are cloud first, so we have offering on both. We do have cloud native platform that can run in AWS, Azure, GCP sort of cloud instances wherever they are present inside the GCC countries. But if the customer is quite sensitive to go onto the cloud, and if they want to completely implement that solution on-prem in their data center or in their own self-hosted data centers as such, we provide that in their data center as such. So how we help is by ensuring that all the data privacy, data regulations are adhered to. We also have each and every GCC country's regulation automation as such, compliance automation as such. Like for example, NESA in UAE, right? NIC regulations, ECC regulations in KSA, NIA regulations in Qatar. So we adhere to this. We have developed content, out-of-the-box content, which can help our regional customers to check to what extent they are compliant to the local regulations and data privacy laws and data regulations as such, and then help them to have the robust AI/ML based security automation platform on-prem.
Okay. And through your participation at Gitex, what are your expectations?
Oh, Gitex is a great forum to exhibit such cutting-edge technology as such. Not just the Middle East crowd, but we have crowd from the Middle East, Turkey, Africa, as well as some of the APAC countries that I could see. It's a great venue, right? What we are bringing into Gitex is to showcase the latest and the greatest of what we do, as in when it comes to SOC automation. The latest thing that we have released is data optimization. Typically in a SOC, when a CISO looks at a security operations center, he or she would want to ingest all the data into the SOC, because more the data, better the visibility. But what happens is, all the vendors out there, the SOC vendors or the SIM vendors, they charge by data volume, which means if the CISO wants to ingest more data, then the cost goes higher, right? We are the only SIM vendor to come out in the market and tell them that we are the only data optimized SIM platform, which means we reduce the data ingestion by 40 to 50% straight away. How we do that? We have a data optimizer engine, which actually looks at what is required for security operations and what is not required for security operations. But the data that is not required for security operations might be still required for compliance adherence. So we have this, I would say, a sectoral SOC sort of a thing, federated search capabilities, where you can split the data, fork the data, optimize it, normalize it, and send it to the Security Operations Center platform, which is required for SecOps. And the rest of the data can be kept as a compliance, for a long-term compliance storage as such, which can be searched, which can be analyzed, which can be utilized for any incident as such. So this is the only SIM platform, I would say, which is talking about reduce your data, don't pay more, right? We are here to optimize your cost and reduce your TCO in turn for up to 40 to 50%. So we have a live demo running in the Hall 23 of our data optimizer, which would radically reduce the cost of all the SIM users out there by 40 to 50%.
Thank you for speaking to us. Nice having you with us today.
Thank you. Thanks
Thank
for
you.
having me. Pleasure.